Interesting article on Zenny62.com right here. Proposed right to move measure could change social media policies. Basically, what it talks about is it's in Philadelphia, and it says should social media platforms be forced to allow users to delete their entire pre-age 18 posting history, well ahead, and this is something that it's mentioned in Philadelphia. It's not a, but it's actually proposed in Britain, because it goes on to explain that well ahead of the June 8th snap election in Britain, Prime Minister Theresa May has pledged new protections for online users. And if you click through, if you go to Zenny62, you can click through to the article and read more about it by going to CBS Philly, which is in the Read More link, the link of which is in the Read More wording down below, okay? And as I click on it, it takes me to the article. This is really interesting. I want to read through this before I provide commentary. And again, proposed, this is in the UK, proposed right to remove, not right to move, right to remove measure could change social media policies. And the proposal again is that that Facebook and Twitter and other social networks allow users to wipe out their whole pre-adulthood posting history. They're not fully under the law, and that needs to be taken under consideration. And that's a great idea. It's social media user Matt Rice from Delaware County. Although implicitly you should enter a license when you use some sort of social network, I think ultimately the user owns that info and it should be removed upon their request. I think that's a great idea, because teenagers are teenagers, and they tend to do things that as adults they regret. And if someone posts a photograph of themselves on Instagram that gets spread around and perhaps causes them discomfort, once they turn 18, they ought to be able to turn around and say, you know what, or even if they're whatever age they are, they ought to be able to say, you know what, I don't want that on there, and I want that entirely removed and scratched from evidence. I think it's a fantastic idea. The trouble is that we don't have classes for kindergartners, for kids, in how to use social media responsibly. And at that age, what's responsible to them, right? They do what's impulsive, what's interesting, for the most part. In later life, particularly as they get higher in career levels, postings that are compromising could be held against them from when they were before 18, before adulthood. That's not right. So I agree. I think it's a great idea. I hope the UK passes it, and I hope it finds its way to the States.